We're in Miami Gardens, Florida. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Twins taking on the Tigers. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Jack Flaherty. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ready to go now? Now a chance for Austin Martin. And that misses. And we are underway in game one of the series.
First pitch, 7-10.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Yeah, now 2 balls and a strike.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That one the other way. Throw on to Torkelson. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Ryan Jeffers.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So up next, Matt Wallner. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
After the loss yesterday afternoon where they really didn't ever get things going on offense, I think this is an important opportunity right here to pick up an early run.
2 on, 1 out. And that is out of play. The pitch.
Ball inside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
1 out. Runners at first and second. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it's just foul. That was close.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Pitcher made the pitch, and his players made the play behind him. Nice job. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play.
Back here with my pal Singy. And our pitcher in this game, David Festa.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Javier Baez leading things off and takes a strike. Javi Baez, like fellow Puerto Rican Francisco Lindor, born in Puerto Rico, but was drafted in the first round out of high school in Florida. Just missed. Baez with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Outside. That's ball 2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And he grounds one to the right side. Keishel. Baez gone on the play.
Batting second.
Take a look at the lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Riley Green.
And Boog, he's a guy who loves coming up with the chance to drive in his teammates. It's like he finds another level of focus. Batting over 300 with runners in scoring position this season. And you know what? Because of that, I wonder if the guys in front of him will see some better pitches to hit, because you don't want to put any free base runners on with him looming in the on-deck circle.
Colt Pete, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
He swings and fouls one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
One down, base is empty. Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2. In the air to left, down the line. Clemens sizing this one up, and there's 2 away.
Batting third, the designated hitter.
Here's Gleyber Torres. Torres, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Just missed.
Ball 1. 1-0.
That one missed.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
2-2 the count.
Good take by Torres. Riley Green up next. Three-2 now. That one ripped. Can't get there. Base hit.
He drove that ball very well out to the deep part of the field, and you may be surprised he didn't get a double out of it, but I'll tell you, they did a great job of getting that ball back into the infield right away, and it might have been the right call to hold him at first.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. His 13th home run of the season, and they add a pair. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. That clips the corner.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Two outs. Not even close there. And the count is 1-1. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in there. It's a first inning double.
He was all over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Clips the corner, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Smoked on the ground a second. Tosses to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Top of the second. Here's Royce Lewis.
The third baseman, Royce
Flaherty
Lewis.
With some less than fantastic work on the hill lately.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
That's too low. 1-1. Ripped on a line. Makes the grab. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
On the ground. And foul ball. And that's down and away. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it. And that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Right through there for a strike. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 1 out, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. One down, base is empty. Fastball is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Lined into right. Carpenter makes the play. Out number 2.
Batting 7, the first baseman, number 2, Brooks.
So digging in, Brooks Lee. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. And a ground ball to first. He'll do it himself. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And now, Wenzel Perez. Festa back to work. And that's in there at the knees. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though. Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Just misses with that one.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
And that one is downstairs. Ball 2.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Full count.
Broken bat, and it's popped up. And there's one down.
Batting 8, the catcher, Dylan Dingler.
Now the catcher up to hit, Dylan Dingler.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently, under the Mendoza line so far this month.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And that one missing low. That one 95 to finish him off.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way.
But
that time,
shortstop,
a little anxious.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Andy Ibanez. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Jeffers makes the catch, inning over. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Pitch misses. 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
There's a strike. And now
That's
2-1.
2-1.
And there's a ball.
3.
In there at the knees. And a full count now.
3-2.
Struck him out looking.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Here's Trevor Larnach.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. That clips the corner.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, it should be a good outing for him.
Next pitch is outside. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop Austin Martin.
So the lineup flips over. Austin Martin will hit next. He's 0 for 1. That's towards center. And that'll do it. Set for the bottom of the third. Now it's Javier Baez.
Third baseman, Javier.
If they did a poll of top tattoos in Major League Baseball, Javi Baez, I think, would have to be in the top 5. Right on the back of his neck is the Major League Baseball logo. So it's effectively right under the MLB logo that's on his cap. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2. And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Foul ball there. Set down on strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
Now batting, the second baseman,
the next to hit.
Keith.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Gleyber Torres.
Gleyber Torres up to hit. Singled and scored his first time. Swing and a fly ball well struck left field. Buxton sizes this one up, brings it in for the third out. And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Luke Diesel. And a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Diesel measures 6 feet even, 22 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2023. And that's off the inside edge, and a count 2-1. To third. Gets it to first. One up, one down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Byron Buxton. 1 for 1 with a single so far. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Fastball for a strike. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on. Strike two.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. He's got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Walner stands in now and watches strike one. And ball one. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And that one in the air center field. Perez under it. Corrals it. And that's the third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Riley Green.
Riley Green.
Outside low, and it's 1-0.
Well, these players showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
A changeup missing, and it's 3-0.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Walner nabs it. 1 down.
The right fielder, number 30, Kerry.
So up next, Kerry Carpenter doubled his first time. Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is fouled back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Good eye right there. And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Torkelson, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that one is lifted in the air. Wallner on the move to the gap. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now Royce Lewis. Flaherty back to work. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Well, these guys just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Baez fires over to first. And a quick out number 1.
Clemens.
Cody Clemens now at the plate. 0 for 1 so far. And that one sliced foul. High fly ball out into left center field. Brings it in. And that quickly 2 away.
The first baseman, number 2, Brooks.
And here's the first baseman, Brooks Lee. He's 0 for 1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Wenzel Torres.
Bunting for a hit. And a foul ball. That one off the mark, and it's 1-1. And delivers outside.
1 strike.
Fly ball down the line. Clemens drops into the glove, and there's 1 down.
The catcher, number 13, Dylan.
And here's the catcher, Dylan Dingler. Struck out swinging his first time.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
And a strike on the outside edge.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
This one smoked. Could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. Not in time. He's safe.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Now it's the shortstop, Andy Ibanez. In the air, left field. Clemens brings it in, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Javier Baez.
So here's Baez now. 0 for 2 in this one. Inside, just missed. Activity in the bullpen. Anthony Misevich warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Tonkin getting cranked up as well. Man at second. And that one pulled foul. And that one ripped to left. And this one looks like trouble. Here comes Dingler around third. He'll score easily.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. David Festa gives way. Just never found his groove. Wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on. Back in a moment.
Now pitching.
Now on the bump, Anthony Misevich.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
So runner at second, 2 down. And the batter now, Colt Keith. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Ryan Jeffers at the plate.
Minnesota,
Struggling on the road this season. Better results at home. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. And that's downstairs and outside. That's to third. Whips it across. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The batter, number 9, designated hitter, Trevor Larnach.
So now here's the DH, Trevor Larnach. First time up was a pop out.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And down on strikes he goes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Martin.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Austin Martin. And that one fouled off. Two outs, base is empty.
Hey!
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And we're back. Gleyber Torres up to the plate.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
That's in there, and it's 0-1. Action in the pen down there. Cody Funderburk getting ready to go. And a foul ball. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, not much you can argue with there as a hitter. That pitch was
Now
dotted
batting,
on the
left
inside
fielder,
corner of the plate. I think even if he swings the bat, it blows him up and not really able to do anything with it anyhow. I think if you see that early, then perhaps you can pull those hands a little bit tighter and get the fat part of the bat to it. But I'd say overall, you just have to tip your cap on that one. Great execution.
That clips the zone. 0-1. Out to short. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 30, Kerry Carpenter.
2 down, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. 1 for 2. Clips the corner. Strike 1.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
And that's outside. And 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. And a curve is down and in.
2-2 to count.
Next
Now
one
it's
misses. 3-2 now. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. On the ground, right side. Lee steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. We go to the top of the 7th. Now it's going to be Luke Keeschel.
Hitting is all about anticipation, and right now this lineup is struggling with it. Their swings are mistimed, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Will Vest up and throwing. Herder also getting ready. Headed towards the corner. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football. This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
One down, base is empty. Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Warner in the box now. No balls and a strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And that's in for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Next offering upstairs.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Green squeezes it, and that is that.
Now pitching.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Cody Funderburk.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here comes Torque to the plate.
For Detroit,
taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Right through there for a strike.
You know, this group of hitters, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Gets the outside corner with that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again. And it remains 2-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, center fielder.
And the batter now, Wenzel Perez.
Perez.
And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Up and in, and the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. 2 up, 2 down.
The catcher, number 13, Dylan Dingler.
And here is Dylan Dingler. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their number one job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
Sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Will Vest. He
Now
has
pitching.
a great slider with tons of
Will
movement.
Vest.
Royce
Leading
Lewis
off for
digs
the
in
Twins,
now.
The third
The
baseman,
Twins
Royce
in striking distance,
Lewis.
but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Fastball is
plate, ball one.
outside. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Paul Sewald appears to be getting loose.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Cody Clemens getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
That one inside.
That's inside.
Ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of
the first
relievers who
baseman,
can come
Royce
in and get the swing and miss,
Lewis.
whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Lee in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is in for a strike. And the slider
that's a ball.
just misses.
Two to count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two outs. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Throw on to Torkelson, and it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Now pitching.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Justin Topa.
And something to be aware of, the long ball has been a little bit of a problem for him this year.
So digging in, Andy Ibanez.
The shortstop, Andy Ibanez.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, third baseman, Javier.
The batter now, Javier Baez. Ball one, no strikes. This ball's chopped on the ground. Throws to first in time. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting, second baseman, Colt Keith.
So up next, Colt Keith. In the dirt. He's in there. Ibanez up to third on the wild pitch.
Nice job right there, recognizing the wild pitch and being able to move up to third because of it. Now they've got more options in terms of finding a way to bring him home.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. On the ground to third. Throw to first in time. Here comes Gleyber Torres. 1 for 3. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field. Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now pitching.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Paul Sewell. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Ryan Jeffers now at the plate.
The catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
That pitch clips the outside corner, and that is strike one. Fastball is outside. The 1-1 is fouled off. And ring him off, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Larnach in the box again, takes a strike. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Green racing over to make the catch.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Martin stands in now and watches strike one. And that is the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.